came all the way up here. Nice fish. Come on.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we are with the recap from the Pasquotank River. That's right, down there in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. What a cool tournament. What a lot of fun. Little bit big water, but daggum, there's some big fish down there. First and foremost, huge shout out to Kyle Welcher for absolutely lapping the field. You talk about dominant performance. 3 30-pound stringers in a row, plus won by 45 pounds after 4. That's just unbelievable. But tip of the cap to K-Dub, Big Kyle. Happy for him and his wife Hunter and their family. So it's a really good dude, really good dude, and so I'm really happy for him. But I had a decent event, finished 28th there. We caught a lot of fish. We caught a lot of fish in 3 days. We caught them on 7 different setups. I'm gonna walk you through all those, get to show you exactly how that went down. But we're gonna start off with probably with the first bait that I threw. We made a long run to start with, and that's why we came all the way up here.
Nice fish.
Come on, Neil.
Nice fish.
Kidding me? Dude, look at that.
That is a stud.
Freaking tank, son.
Hell yeah.
Kidding me? I was flipping this baby destroyer in June bug. Had the tail dyed a little chartreuse, get a little something. Quarter ounce tungsten weight, 3/0 Gamakatsu heavy cover worm hook, 20-pound Sunline shooter. That's my standard, like a light flip line, the 20-pound. Welcher was using 22 because he was catching giants. But I caught me a 710 with the 7.6 medium heavy cash and flipping stick, the 7 high speed 8.1 to 1 reel. It's the GS model, and man, that thing worked flawlessly. Was pretty cool to have happen there. So that was an awesome way to start the tournament. But man, I went for a spell, didn't catch anything, ran back down towards the Pasquotank River. And then was able to just kind of like get to work, put some keepers in the boat. I caught keepers on, let's see, on that first day, we caught them on a couple different things. The first thing I really got to do and work with was the magic worm. Not this color, I'll show you that shortly. But that color right there, Bruiser Flash, in the magic worm. I was wacky rigging that worm. I was using a new hook. It's basically a split shot, drop shot hook, but it's super tuned is what they call it. That'll be coming out soon. Keep an eye out for it. It is one bad dude. So I had that on the, just had that wacky rigged on a 7.3 medium action cash and icon rod with the GX spinning reel in a 3000 size. That's what I like. And I had the straight 16-pound Sunline Overwatch spinning line. That's what I just straight 16-pound. I took magic marker, get a little black up there. I don't think it made a big difference, but the cool part was I had to fish it real slow. I'd throw out there and then just twitch it real slow because that worm and that line sinks really slow with that hook. It just sinks really slow. It just kind of sits in their face. And if you just twitch it real slow, man, they were coming up and really biting it. If I'd have had more sun the last 2 days, we'd have just absolutely waxed their hiney with that wacky worm. But we had more clouds the next 2 days, so didn't catch as many on it the next 2 days. the first thing, the second day, I went in there. Took me a little while to kind of figure out what was going on. They were not coming up for that wacky worm early, so I ended up putting some keepers in the boat with the magic worm on a drop shot. I have my Ed's orange. That's my kind of my standard go-to. And you know the hook that I love here is the G-Finesse light wire worm hook and the 2/0. That is my absolute money maker. Had my leader material was 10-pound Sunline FC leader. I mean, no issues there. You just wrench them right on the boat. And then this main line here is just the AMZ in 16-pound. So you can, you know, put some wood on them. But again, the same GX 3000 spinning reel from 7, and then the Cashin drop shot rod is my baby, my money maker. My magic worm and that Cashin drop shot rod are my two money makers faux show. But more exciting here, a little bit more exciting, and for most people, is that all 3 days I weighed in a keeper on this glide bait. That's right, the Clutch Eco in bone. I was throwing that bad boy with 20-pound Sunline Sniper. I like line with a little bit of stretch in it. The Sniper has more stretch than the Shooter. That's the big difference in the two. They both have the triple resin process. They both are amazing products, but the Sniper has a little bit more stretch, so I like that on my glides. Same GS high speed reel, and then the Cashin Icon swim bait rod. This is the 7-foot 8-inch, the medium heavy. Links will be down below in the YouTube video. But man, what a cool way to catch some fish is on the glide bait. I'll show you a sample right here.
Oh yeah. Freaking glide bait.
Baby. So much fun catching them on the glide bait. Love that. But you know what might be more fun in the glide bait, maybe, is the buzz bait, the old buzz chicken. That's right. Caught a couple keepers, caught one keeper on it the last day, caught 2 keepers on it the third day, but just throwing just a standard. I don't even know whose buzz bait this is. I think it might be a Prototype Lures. They bought out Boogerman a few years back, and just, you know, did the standard horny toad, had the Gamakatsu keeper. The Gamakatsu stinger on the back of there, but had that on 50-pound Siglon AMZ. That is it's a little bit. This is a little bit smaller than the X Plasma as far as diameter goes. And for, you know, swim jigs, buzz baits, and like moving baits, I like the AMZ a little bit better. Still, I mean, you can wrench on them, but the other part of the combo is the Cashin Icon swim jig rod. That is a perfect buzz bait rod. It has that a little bit more moderate bend. It's not super stiff, so you know when you just cranking it along, they'll come up and get that thing, and you're not going to rip it away from them because that rod has that moderate action. Works out really, really good. Again, the 7 GS casting reel, the 8.1 to 1. Anytime you're fishing a buzz bait, you want to make sure you have a high speed reel. That is very, very important. But ended up catching a couple keepers on the Spro Baby Fat John. That color right there, that is my River Special. I love that color, the black and in the sparkle on the side. That is, it has that little flash in the rivers. 14-pound Sunline FC crank is kind of the main ingredient there for the line. Of course, I don't need to show you the square bill rod from Cashin and the same GS7 reel. But I caught a couple of keepers as well on Old Faithful. Anytime they're around the beds, you know I'm going to be throwing that Green Pumpkin Flash Destroyer 5/0 Gamakatsu heavy cover worm hook. I had the 3/8 Gamakatsu weight on there, the tungsten weight, 25 pound. I'll put wood to them now. 25 pound Sunline shooter, put absolute wood to them. And that's why we bump up to the 7.6 Cashin heavy flipping stick, same high speed GS model reel from 7. That is a heck of a combo right there. Destroyer, whacked him. A lot of fun, but I think that's about it. I think that's what I caught all my keepers on. We finally ran through everything. If you guys have any questions, be sure to drop it down there below. But man, the buzzbait was the only thing I could get topwater bites on. I think those fish were trying to spawn. There were some spawning. There were some moving up to spawn, but it wasn't like full-blown spawn. We had that little cold front coming through, and so it was really kind of an in-between period. But what a cool place to fish. I hope we get to go back. Really cool idea to go there, somewhere we've never been before. BPT went out of the Chowan River last year, and those guys absolutely smoked them. They caught a ton of big fish. And just like we did, there was just multiple 8-pounders every day of the tournament. Kyle Welcher caught that 10-8 big fish for the whole event. That was the only one that I saw over 10. I didn't see another 9, but every day I saw multiple 8-pounders, a bunch of 7-pounders. I had a 7-10, as I mentioned, a bunch of 6-pounders. Man, just what a cool place. Look forward to going back there. If you ever get a chance, look up Elizabeth City. It's a neat place. Within that area, you can run across to the Alligator River. You can run around to the North River. Little River's right there. Obviously, the Chowan and the Roanoke are just a little ways away. You got the Yeopim. Just a cool, or they call it Yeopim. I don't know. It looks like Yeopim to me, but Yeopim is the way they call it there. It's got some other rivers and other cool places to fish around there. But again, 28th place. If you guys think I missed anything, drop it down there below. If you have any questions about my setups or what I fished with, drop it down there below as well. But as always, appreciate you guys watching.